right, folks, this is a first for me. I'm over at Courtyard, and damn, sure enough, there is a porcupine in the tree. I thought it was a prank at first. I thought somebody was trying to punk me, but yep, that is a porcupine in the tree. Hey, buddy. So, hey, how you doing? How you doing, buddy? How he ended up here, maybe displaced by the storms. That would be the best guess. Not at all common around here. Not this part of Texas. Now they are sometimes seen out in the rural areas out from here. Usually a little farther west of here. West Texas, I have, sure. They're fairly common. The farther west you get, him being in this region of Texas is somehow it's unusual, but it's not abnormal. Sometimes you'll see them in in the hill country and stuff. So and I believe I have seen one in the wild, in this region in years in the past. But farther, outside of town, several miles. What's unusual or abnormal is that he's here in the not really in the center of town, but well inside of town. That's the problem. So he's gonna risk being injured, getting out here and crossing these streets and everything. They don't really move all that fast. So I'm afraid that when he does climb down, he'll probably climb down from there after nightfall. But what happens to him then is what I'm worried about. He really needs to be outside of the city. So, but the problem is getting him down from there. Not sure right now if reaching up there with a net and trying to drag him out of there is going to be the best thing right now. Might not be. And they called animal control. Animal control didn't want no part of it. They, I'm told that they talked to some other wildlife rescue, I guess, who didn't want to come out and deal with it either. And they spoke to animal control, which told them that we're not going to send anybody out. It'll climb down from there and self-relocate, which it will. But the problem is when he comes down out of that tree, he's here in the town proper, and that's going to be dangerous for him. He doesn't need to be here. All right, buddy. So I think we're just going to leave Mr. Porcupine right there in the tree for now and try not to, I told the hotel staff, just try not to draw too much attention to him. I mean, there's not a lot of traffic here right now anyway, but just leave him be. Don't let anybody else come bother him. The only people in this town who are skilled in any way enough to move him and to know what's the right thing to do with him already know about it. Animal control knows about it. Jesse Kemp was just here too. He just left, 2 minutes ago, and we talked about it. And so everybody that needs to know about him knows about him, and nobody else needs to mess with him. Apparently there was somebody on Facebook that said, "Oh, I think that's my pet," and then had tagged one of her friends asking, "Can you go down there and get him?" Like you're just going to show up and you know, reach up or reach down and pick up a porcupine. Even if it is your pet, that's I'm going to check back later, and if he gets down where he's going to be a little easier to maybe get a net over him and encourage him gently to go in an airline crate, then I will do that. I'll check back by a little later and move him out to the lake or down to the river or something a little more suitable for him, so he doesn't get hit by a car here inside town, or go up in somebody's backyard and, you know, somebody's dog take a bunch of quills to the face.